What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing a beer from the Fidens Brewing Company, and they're out of Colonie, New York, and this is their Eugene's Axe. So they're calling this one a double IPA that is brewed with Citra and Galaxy hops. It comes in at 8.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just under 5 weeks old. And I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to a very good friend of mine and a fellow beer tuber, Kyle, over at No Hype Beer Reviews, for hooking me up with this one. Kyle actually hooked me up with 4 different Fidens beers. This is the first of the 4 that I'm reviewing, and I'm super pumped up to do so. So in the description box, I'll post a link not only to Kyle's channel, but also to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with. And yeah, I cannot recommend Kyle's channel enough. He's a great dude. He gets his hands on some hyped beers despite the name of his channel, and he does a great job, and he drinks a lot of Fidens because he doesn't live that far from the brewery. So there's not much to say about this one. Double IPA, Citra and Galaxy, Eugene's Axe. I will say though, I absolutely love the label on this one. Silver and black, the axe and barbed wire. It's just so simplistic yet fantastic. I just love the look of this one. So this is the first beer from Fidens that I'm reviewing, and I'm super pumped up, maybe even a little nervous, which is why I can't talk. No, I just can't talk because I can't talk. I'm terrible at beer tubing. That's how it goes. Anyway, let's crack this one open, give it a pour. Oh, it's coming out a little bit, probably because I rolled it, but yeah. Okay, yeah, that's pouring out. This is reminding me of some other half beers, like that has that really honey orange color. It's quite carbonated. Again, I rolled it quite a bit, so a little bit of not unexpected. That smells, I can smell it out of it. It smells delicious. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that has this milky honey orange color. Probably gonna look darker on camera, but in person, it is a little bit darker, but it has that milky kind of vibe to it. It has about a 3-finger of this, I'm gonna say light tan, off-white. It's definitely not bright white. It's super creamy looking. Some smaller bubbles mixing up with medium-sized bubbles, but it has that just really tightly compact kind of look to it, and it's hanging around. It's not dissipating too much. So let's get a nose on it. Yeah, that smells fucking dynamite. So this beer is just under 5 weeks old. One thing, I've had 2 beers from them, and both of them were super fresh. They were super green, had the hop burn, green vegetal kind of matter. And Kyle said, you know, probably to drink the fresher ones. He sent me 2 like super fresh ones and 2 that were around 5 weeks old. So he's obviously drink these first, the 2 5-week-old ones. And then the other 2, I'm going to wait about 2 or 3 weeks to hop into those, just to see if that hop burn kind of dies out, because Fidens, I guess, is known for that. And the 2 beers I had definitely had it, and they were super fresh. Anyway, this is like a melange of tropical and citrus fruits. It's like, it's over-ripened peach, so it has that like sticky sweet kind of, or not peach, sorry, pineapple. But I'm also thinking peach, but like an over-ripened type of sticky pineapple. But then I'm getting peach, maybe a little bit more like apricot than peach, stone fruit, mangoes. There's an underlying like orange OJ type of vibe to it. It smells not confectionery, but candied. So have you ever had like those candied fruit slices that look like a slice of orange, slice of lime and whatnot? Kind of has like the orange vibe to that one, or like a peach gummy ring, or like a dried mango, something like that. The pineapple, though, is definitely sweeter, and it's the first thing that hits. There's this underlying slight earthy, almost herbaceousness. Not really dank to me, more of like an earthy herbaceousness. Listen, so like I said, I've had the 2 beers. They're super green. They were super hot burnish, whatever you want to say. This at 5 weeks smells amazing. This smells like a top-tier hazy to me. I want to get into it. So cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Kyle. That is silky smooth on the palate. Really nice stuff. Really nice. Body in this one's like higher side of medium body. Has some heft at 8.5%. But it's so smooth and creamy on the palate that this is very akin to some of the top-tier New England IPA producers in terms of mouthfeel, like Treehouse. This is very Treehouse-esque for me of the mouthfeel. It's carbonated, but like soon as it hits like mid-palate onto the back of the palate and on the finish, it's just it's just like a cloud. It's so smooth and creamy and fluffy that it just kind of finishes. It's spectacular mouthfeel. The taste isn't as boisterous as the nose, but what I'm getting is, and this is weird, I'm getting almost like a nice, slightly malty, like almost a vanilla type of vibe to the malt in here. It's like slightly vanilla with like a little bit of breadiness. And that's carrying all those fruit characteristics across the palate. But this isn't necessarily juicy. This has more of like a candy type of hop character here. So, like I said in the nose, pineapple's kind of leading the way, but it gives away really quickly right at the front of the palate from a candied pineapple into more of a dried mango, more of a candied like OJ, like the orange slices. That's like the first 2/3 to 3/4 of the palate. It's all the fruity goodness. And like I said, it's more of like a candied fruit. But it finishes with this really nice semi-dry finish. There's a solid bitterness. I wouldn't say it really approaches a moderate for me, more like on the higher side of a mild bitterness. But let's say it's mild to moderately bitter, semi-dry finish. And I'm left with this nice, earthy, herbaceous kind of hop character that's really nice. And it stops it from being too sweet because it's pretty sweet up front. It's really nice. I mean, listen, it's a really fucking good beer. I will say this for this beer. Having drank so much Treehouse recently and obviously getting my hands on other half a lot, this is definitely mouthfeel-wise upper echelon, no doubt. What I like about it is there is a ghost or a kiss, a slight remnants of that hop burn that probably was here when it was super fresh. It's very mild, it's very minute, and it's on the back of the palate mixing in with that herbaceousness and that earthiness. I think if I would have drank this one, 2 or 3 weeks fresher, that probably would be more problematic for my palate, but as is, it's really, really good. Is this amazing to me? It's not amazing. This is not amazing. What's amazing about this is the mouthfeel. 100%. And that it's so easy and smooth to drink. 8.5%, I cannot tell you, outside of the body and the mouthfeel, that this is a bigger beer. Like, there's no astringency of alcohol in the palate. There's nothing going on at all. 8.5%, drinks like it's 6.5, right? But the flavor is a little bit of a letdown from the aroma, just slightly. But it's still really fucking good. So, rating on Eugene's Axe from Fidens, I'm going to go high 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.35. Almost gets into the low 4 or 5 range. I think if the nose would have carried over to a T, this is a 4.5 to like a 4.6 all day, as this is a 4.35 for me. Now, granted, this is 5 weeks old, and I'm sure there might be a couple people that watch and be like, you should, wish you could have drank it at 2 or 3 weeks old. I waited on this. Well, I didn't wait on it. I mean, Kyle sent it to me 5 weeks old, and I'm cool with that because of the experience I have of the whole 2 beers of this, but what people have said. But I don't know if fresher this would be, more in your face, or maybe even aged, maybe it'd be a little better. I don't know. All I know is this is just under 5 weeks old, and it's drinking quite well, and it's a 4.35 out of 5, and there's not much more to say about it. It's really good. I do like that candied fruit vibe, a little bit of that earthy herbaceousness on the back end. That vanilla is really, like, for me, it's not a big, like, I don't think you're going to drink this and be like, oh, orange creamsicle, or like, peach, pineapple creamsicle or anything. But it just has a sweeter, like, kind of complex malt character on the bottom of my tongue that just screams vanilla, but in a very small way. Anyway, price and availability, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle, or anybody out there, I think these are $5.50 a can, and that's the fucking cool thing about Fidens. They offer cans, single cans, so you don't have to buy 4-packs of everything, because not everyone wants to spend $20 to $24 on a 4-pack. Now, I imagine if you go to Fidens, you're probably going to buy whatever the limit is, if it's 4, 6, 8 cans or whatever, but it's still cool to be able to have the option to buy single cans. $5.50 a can translates into $22 a 4-pack, which isn't much more than, say, another half or something like a Treehouse, usually like $5 a can. So that's fine. And availability, Fidens, brewery only. I think they do drops on Saturday, and I believe they are doing them on Wednesday now. And you got to line up in your car. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So that kind of sucks. But when it's a small brewery like that, you can expect it, and which makes it a little bit more hyped, right? Harder to get because not everybody does that. But my first experience with a full can, and I'm going to obviously drink this off camera, is a good one from Fidens, 4.35 out of 5. Thanks again to Kyle for hooking me up with this one. Like I said, I fucking love the label. I think I'm going to keep the label, just even though this didn't get like a crazy high score. I think I might have to put it behind me on the pretentious wall of bottles and cans just because I like the label a lot. It's pretty fucking cool. Anyway, thanks again to Kyle. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.